Welcome back to the Armchair's View. Joining me as always this week, Jorky and Mike. How we doing?
Good.
Just can I say one thing before we start? So I've never felt more like singing the blues.
Whenever to win.
And Liverpool lose. Here we go. Let's get straight into it. Then Liverpool City. We can't not talk about that game. There was, to be fair, a worldie of a free kick. There was an outrageous decision at the end, and then sort of everything.
Can I just say, he's definitely aiming for the other corner. He's just mishit it.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he's definitely. That's because he's cut across it. He's hitting that other corner.
I think he knows what he's doing.
I think he's jamming his shit there.
This is where you put in like a thing. It's clickbait.
That's a hell of a free
I
kick.
think that's a great free kick. I think that's all he did in the game. Did you see he made Troy Deeney's team of the week? Sabozlai.
Mate, Troy Deeney is the most ridiculous pundit I've ever heard. He ranked himself as one of the top 20 Premier League strikers of all time or something stupid, didn't he? He wouldn't even make it the top 20 Championship strikers of all time. He was bang out. He was Rondon on skates.
I will never slag off Troy Deeney. He's a scary bastard, isn't he? What's Troy Deeney got to do with this anyway? But
It was quite dull up.
Sorry.
Harry Potter's made an appearance.
very quickly.
We're talking about magic.
Yeah, it was.
It was quite dead up to probably about 50, 60 minutes, and then it just came alive, didn't it?
I thought, to be fair, in general, the second half I thought was quite good.
It was one of those games that needed a goal.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, it was dull until that goal went in, because City almost like... I think at 0-0 they were like, they fancied themselves to take a pinch, and then when you went 1-0 they're like, oh crap, okay, no, we need two now, we need to...
And as much as I hate him, Bernardo Silva was class yesterday.
Played well, didn't he?
He was everywhere, wasn't he?
When you went 1-up, I thought that's game done. Like City always seem to crumble at your place.
Yeah.
But
I think it was always going to be this season. If any season they're going to beat us there, like it's been a horrible season. But then even though we had a horrible season in the past, they still haven't. I think it's the one win in the COVID season they got there.
First time they've done a double over you since 1936.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Since they got good, you've sort of climbed with them, really.
Yeah.
I know you both spent a lot of money in X, Y, Z, but
it's been a battle for years, hasn't it?
Yeah, you sort of grew with them, so to speak.
I think them teams generally they made each other better as well because they're both flying so much and. Like I said, what did you get, like 99, 97 season like that? That's absolutely mental points.
I was convinced Haaland was missing that penalty though. Absolutely convinced.
I thought Alisson, like he was like moving around his goal, and I think he just took a step too far that other way, and he just couldn't quite reach it. Good penalty.
I think Alisson's had a really poor season. He could, if Marmoush was braver, Alisson would have been sent off.
Yeah. Gary Neville said, didn't he? I don't know
if you saw it. Marmoush absolutely bottled it. Alisson had come running out. Marmoush was there. The ball was his. And he's bottled it because Alisson's come. So if he got a touch, Alisson was wiping him out.
He had to just take one for the team, didn't he?
He absolutely.
And even a penalty, like he was going nowhere. Like I know his touch was probably worse because Alisson came out, but he was going nowhere. And anyone that says that was, I think the only people I've seen that saying that wasn't a penalty is Arsenal fans. Honestly, like it's a stonewall.
What do you think about? Because there's obviously a contentious decision with Mark
Gahey. I think Slot after the game said. Same thing, like that situation is similar to Sabozlai's, where he was pulling back. But I
think Slot would say that because Slot needs some sort of, in traditional Liverpool manager fashion, an excuse of why they didn't win.
There was quite a big difference in
Salah
had a defender and a keeper to beat because the defender's coming in at an angle.
It's one of them, like you see it given, don't you? Like I think Saliba had someone similar against Bournemouth last year. You do see him given, and I think that's why probably people.
I think it's one of those. If the decision goes to your team, you think it's correct. If it didn't go to your team, you think it's incorrect.
Yeah,
it's one of those. Isn't it?
I think
there's a little grey area sometimes.
I'm not sure if it was a real quote or not. I think it is. Arnie Slot said anyone who's watched Salah in the last 8 years knows he would have scored that chance.
He said he scores out of 100 out of 100 times, and he goes, maybe that's exaggerating. He did correct himself.
But anyone who's watched Salah this season,
mate.
He's not scoring it, is he?
Maybe 1 in 100.
And I thought it was really clever of Gahey to let go just as he was sort of entering the box.
I thought he was really good yesterday, Gahey. He was really good.
He's massive for that. And I can't remember who I tipped to win the league. I'm sure it was City.
I think you did, yeah.
And I think City are going to win it now.
I don't know. I think Arsenal have.
City.
This is the closest they've come without starting the bottle. Is it? They said the famous March bottle they always do?
Or Christmas. No, normally Christmas.
It is Christmas. I thought it was Christmas.
They drawn like West Ham and Fulham.
They're playing with a lot of nerves, and they've got everything to lose. City have got nothing to lose now.
Yeah.
City can go out and attack teams, and if they don't win, no one expects them to win. But
Brentford at home Brentford away this week for Arsenal as well. That's quite a tough game.
Tough fixture. Although Brentford have been quite good away this week.
I know it's at Brentford's place.
it's at Brentford.
I know, but I'm saying they've almost. I don't know if they've been better away, but they've looked good
Brentford
away.
have struggled away other than a couple of results and been really solid at home.
Have they? I don't follow Brentford very much,
they've
but
done well at home.
Yeah.
99%.
Another one
I know they had. I heard they beat Newcastle. The commentator said another good away day for Brentford, so I was assuming they've had good record.
There was all that shout when the VAR, obviously we're not going to touch it now, but like that VAR, obviously with Szoboszlai, he got sent off. Like what I didn't get is like nothing was shown. There was all a commotion in the other box before because even Dave put that could be a penalty, but there was like no replay of it. I wanted to see a replay. I just don't know what happened. I still haven't seen one now.
I would imagine there was no replay because there wasn't a lot. I know it's Chiesa, wasn't it?
But you know what I mean though? It was like a commotion in the box though. Like I know it's really last minute and people are going to chuck themselves about a bit, but it would be nice to see what would happen there.
Yeah,
because I think everyone thought, oh VAR, that's going to be something down there, and then all of a sudden he's sent off to Szoboszlai. And like Slot said, he goes like he's saying about like he understands why it's a red card, and if you're the Sunderland manager, you're going to want that red card because it's in the rules, and obviously him being out is massive for Liverpool.
But it's nothing.
I don't think it should have been. I thought he done the right
sense to that decision.
I think he done the right thing in the first place. Just let it play.
Go,
it's gone in.
Yeah.
Like they pulled each other.
Because if Szoboszlai's not pulled Haaland's in a position he's either tapping it in or watching it go in.
Yeah.
Because Szoboszlai's pulled him, then Haaland's pulled him. It's not 50-50 because one happened then the other. But you've both made a foul. Like you said, he was absolutely right in what he did first.
Yeah.
And I wish he'd have looked at the monitor and gone,
yeah, fuck you guys.
The thing is, like I say, it's playing the advantage, isn't it? So as soon as Szoboszlai's pulled him back,
he literally played the advantage.
The ball could go in the net, so advantage. But then, like you're saying, but Haaland's then committed a foul, which just stops him doing it. But so there's weirdly they've gone like, well, he's committed a foul, so play advantage of the goal. But then Haaland's cheated to stop him getting the ball
Haaland's
out.
better than me. If someone had done that to me from a goal, I'm just booting him. I just put my foot straight through him.
They're mates, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're really good friends.
Salzburg, aren't they, together?
Yeah.
But it's just a weird one. Like it would have been nice to see the referee stand up to the people in the Stockley Park and just say, "Look, I've done what I've done. I think it's the right decision."
The problem is the letter of the law. He's made the right. As soon as VAR called him over,
imagine if City lose the title off one goal.
Yeah,
goal difference.
Yeah. I mean, I just think City are going to get stronger and stronger now.
Like you say,
Gay is a massive signing for them.
I will say, since watching City a few times, his passing's quite good. I didn't notice it as much at Palace, but his short passing is good.
Because when he was linked with you, I said I really rate him. I said it's a shame because I've probably only got 6 more months of liking him now before he.
Now you can like him for quite a while.
No, I'm quite happy.
Mate, he was class yesterday, Gay.
And I think he is by far England's second best centre back after Michael Keane, but that's a discussion.
Third, Tarkowski. Fourth, Brantford.
No, I think Gay is undisputed number 1 centre half now, isn't he?
I think he's cemented that place.
We're talking about England centre backs, so I wouldn't mind seeing Harry Maguire back in. He's
playing well. I always liked Maguire. I've always
Maguire's best attribute is his mental game. He does not a lot phases him.
The thing is,
they
talk about like don't get me wrong, I love Jordan Henderson, but if you're talking about you want to take someone for experience, take Maguire and get someone else in the midfield instead of Henderson, because Henderson's like I say, I like Henderson. But yeah, Kobe Manu or something like that. Cause he's
James Garner.
Yeah, no, seriously, I know you're smoking, but no, honestly,
he's
been good.
Garner, I think
I would say the two players from Everton, bar Pickford, who's probably a guarantee. Garner and Dewsbury Hall are the two that I would say deserve to go to that squad.
I think Dewsbury Hall's unlucky with the amount of quality they got
in
the area.
Dewsbury Hall plays realistically in that more forward position instead.
He shouldn't. And Dewsbury Hall looks a lot better, slightly deeper. But
but that's where we play him, so that's where he's going to get it forward. He's not going to. They're not going to put him in a different position for us because he's not like he's a up there. But
he's been linked with City today. I don't know if you've seen that.
What, Dewsbury Hall?
Dewsbury Hall's been linked with City for 40 million. I mean, they can probably get his right foot with that. But I just think there's something about City, something about Guardiola. I can see them picking up a bit of traction here.
Yeah. I think Arsenal are too solid this year. They haven't shown me anything.
They look nervous already. And if you listen to ex-players who've been in that position, I think Scholes said it. You shouldn't be nervous now. He goes, you get to April, May, you feel it. He goes, if you're feeling it now, he said, they look nervous. He goes, they're going to... And I just think that might play a part. Look, the chances are Arsenal will win it.
They've got double game week this week, so...
Wolves and Brentford, is it?
Yeah.
I can just see City
I love to see it
Sounds like
get
a
to
bit
like
sad.
1 point or even, just to see what happens.
Yeah,
Because Arsenal fans have had a meltdown every time they drop points, when it was against us, when it was against Villa, and when it was against Man United. They have a meltdown like, oh, we're not winning the league, but after gobbing off all season, and then as soon as they lose a game, they shit their pants.
I saw something quite funny. They put the teams that Man City have to play up from the Big Six was it United and one other. They've got two of the Big Six to play. And then Arsenal have got 3. I think Chelsea, Liverpool.
I don't get this. Who you've got
And then
left to play?
Spurs,
You
yeah.
have to play everyone twice. Anyway.
Well, I think what they're saying is that Man City have already gone through their harder fixtures, or more of their harder fixtures than Arsenal have. But what bad for me is they put Spurs.
Man City still got to play Arsenal at the Etihad. As well.
That's it. Arsenal have got Man City, and I was
So
like,
really,
that's the biggest
That
gap.
could be
could
3
argue
points.
There's 3 points in it.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? 3 is not a lot. You draw 1 and stuff.
I think
City are not out of this yet.
no.
Like,
If City beat Arsenal, that's massive. But if Arsenal beat City,
Ironically,
I'll get even
Now I'm
bigger.
neutral. I hope it goes on to the last day.
ironically, City could save football this season and rob Arsenal of the title. And no,
Can
not
you imagine
many.
the meltdown?
I mean, everyone would be like, Arsenal especially go, oh, you got 115 charges, they bought the league. Arsenal spent a lot to be up there.
Yeah.
You've spent a lot.
I've-
I know this season you've dropped off, but generally when you're up there, you spent a lot.
Vic-
It's just what happens. It's
Yeah.
just,
I was talking that
Yeah.
about to another creator. He put something about Arsenal gets slated so much. And
you
he said,
name him, mate. Give him a shout out.
AW, he's a good
I don't
man.
know him.
But he put something about Arsenal basically getting slated a lot. But I said, whenever you're at the top, you're going to get slated. Like last year, it was the PGMO
I see that.
PGMO
I see this interaction.
thingy.
Is
And
that
then
a comment on TikTok?
yeah.
I see this interaction.
And then I said, with City, when they're top, it's 115 charges. When you're top now, oh, you're going to bottle it and you this and that. If you're at the top, people are genuinely jealous.
People want to knock you down.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd say
So-
same with Jude Bellingham. You've seen how many people slate Jude Bellingham
Yeah.
now? They built him up. Now he's at the top.
Luke
Real
Littler.
Madrid. Exactly.
Mm.
There's Rooney when he made it.
Yeah.
I know Rooney had a bit of fun with grannies and that, but generally, as soon as someone gets to the top,
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly, you
Yeah, I
agree.
you want to pull them down, don't you? There's very few people that get to the top and don't have haters somewhere at the end of the day.
even like Ben Stokes in cricket, he went through a bit of hard times. He knocked some geezer out in a pub, so he got hounded. Turned out that guy was being homophobic, so he laid him out.
Fair play.
I think that's the story anyway, but
Yeah.
please don't quote me if I've got that wrong, but I'm 90% sure.
Ben Stokes, can you confirm?
Speaking of being from the top, even though they never were at the top, Spurs have gone from Champions League most seasons.
Speaking of being at the top, the third
The-
horse in a 2-horse race.
Champions League, generally they were fighting at the top end of the table, never for the league, other than when the
Champions League spots, though, wasn't it?
Third in the 2-horse race.
What's going on? I mean, they wanted Levy out. Levy's gone.
With Ange out, he went.
Ange is gone.
Now they want
They
Frank
want
out.
Frank out. Like Spurs fans, I just think always want. Everyone wants more, but Spurs are sort of.
They just
we're in a
always
bit
seem
of
to have so many injuries. Like, well, I don't know what they're doing. And I think that Romero on the weekend against United, I think that was on purpose because he's apparently had a falling out with Frank, hasn't he? Because Frank said we haven't got depth or something like that, or something like that. And Romero thought he was disrespectful, so he missed the game before last. Now he got sent off, and he did not need to follow through on that challenge. Like, you can get the ball and
He spends too long talking on Instagram and trying to appease the fans. Just get on and play your football. He's been sent off 6 times now for Spurs.
he's that interview with Frank. Like, it was something like Frank was trying to defend him. Like, I don't think he's that bad. This that, and the other. And then mate, he goes, he's the most booked Premier League player in the league this season.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I think I have a bit of sympathy for Frank, but
They have got a lot of
I also
injuries.
do think he needs to do a little bit better. Like with the team
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got,
Yeah,
maybe
I'm-
not against United, just gone because United at the moment are a different animal.
yeah.
You
But
look,
on
at
the
their,
whole,
you look at their form and in their form table, though, it is pretty mad. Like,
Yeah.
well,
I think their last season result was at the Hill Dickey.
No, they've won games in between.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
a
are
decent
now
result though.
only 3 points above Forest, 11 points of Leeds, 2 points behind Brighton, 3 behind Palace. We said last week we thought Palace might be in trouble. I know that potentially changed with the Brighton win, but
Brighton, they dropped off as well, haven't they?
yeah,
They've got a
Stone.
decent
There's a lot
game
of
this week
pressure
as well.
on
Palace,
them,
they
isn't
could
it?
win this one as well, which would put them, I'd say, into mid-ish sort of table.
Because who Spurs got this week? Tomorrow, Wednesday?
Tottenham are playing.
Newcastle.
Yes,
Yes, it
6
is.
pointer.
That is a massive 6-pointer for where they both are on the table.
But and Newcastle are away, and we all know Newcastle are absolutely hopeless away.
And we know Spurs are hopeless at home.
0-0, innit?
It's got 0-0. It's got 0-0 written all over it.
To be fair.
I think I've gone 1-0
I
for
think I
mine.
went 0-0 with that
For
one.
my prediction, I've gone for a draw.
Spurs, I just can't put them. Why are they so bad?
Because they're not. They're a bottom half team. Realistically, they past 10 years
I don't
maybe
know.
they've had a bit of purple patch, but realistically they're a mid-table side.
I do think
That's what they are.
I think their squad's good enough to get top half.
Yeah, the squad is, but they just aren't. That's what Spurs are. They have to accept it. They're just that's where they belong.
But it's just mad though, like how crap they are, and like then they go and get a point of City. Like it's just that weird little hold they have over City.
They always do.
yeah.
That. City are just
They had
City's
nothing
bogey
to lose
team.
there.
Like,
They had
yeah.
nothing
I
to
know
lose
Liverpool have
today.
been crap as well, but like even like the fight they showed when they had 9 men, like where's that fight all season? Like they actually like I know it's like not hard to dominate us at the moment, but with 9 men they were dominating us for the last 10 minutes. Like where's that fight? Like
It's
surely-
almost like that whole team is just it's probably some sort of to do with morale. Something pre-game needs to change, I think, because like you said, as soon as they went down to the end, it's like they psyched themselves up, or that psyched them up, and then they were in it. They need something in there to give them a rocket up the
I think
arse before the
Solanke
game.
being back's been massive. I think he can hold it up more and
He's a good player.
yeah. He can hold it up, he can play off people, he can run them behind. Solanke's massive for him. And as much as Richarlison did do well for him at the start, I think Solanke probably better on
He's
the...
a more out-and-out striker
Yeah.
goal scorer, isn't he, Solanke?
Yeah.
Where Richarlison is sort of a
He's just your classic
he's a
South
converted
American
winger.
sort of player, just a little terrier sort of thing, and he's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you reckon they can get dragged into that relegation scrap?
I think realistically they're on the edge of it now.
6 points away?
it's tight, isn't it? What would Spurs fans take if they have another good?
I think
run
they'll
in
be
the
alright because I
World
think West Ham have got United. Do United win that game against West Ham?
Cup? I could see that being a draw. I think I've gone 2-2 in that game. I know you went 3-0 West Ham.
The thing is, you put West Ham get of it. I don't know who
Man
these
United.
teams are playing, but which again they could do because they've done 4 in a
Is
row.
that at home as well? for
They've
West
done
Ham?
4. Man United have done 4 in a row.
West Ham, I never fancy him at home.
No.
It's just-
Forest, don't know who they're playing.
Forest have
Forest
got...
have got Wolves at home.
Wolves, so they could get a win. Leeds,
Leeds,
Chelsea.
have got
Chelsea. So maybe
That's
unlikely.
not normally like a weird game. But like, obviously Leeds beat them earlier, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a bit of, not rivalry. There's something between those two.
Yeah, but there's something between Leeds and
Which I
most
wasn't aware.
teams because
Yeah.
Leeds fans are all, well, most of them are unsavoury characters.
We got a lot of Leeds fans that follow the
Yeah,
page. So
I know.
We're going to upset them.
I know. Forest. If
That's
Forest
what
get to a
changed
result,
the
they're on
most.
29 points. If Leeds get even a draw, they go above them. West Ham get a win, that 26. That puts them 17th, which is where they finished last year, and only 3 points shy of
There's
the
a lot
relegation
ifs
zone.
and buts.
I think Wolves can get something at Forest.
Yeah, I do. I think
I-
it's a draw for him.
No, I think Dyche will get his result because he needs one. At the moment. They're not looking at sacking him, but there's
Wolves
rumours
have
of
looked a lot better.
they have
I know they got took apart against
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
one person took them apart.
Well, 2 penalties, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was one penalty. I thought.
No,
Two.
it was 2.
I looked at it. I thought it was 2, and I spoke to a Chelsea fan today, and he said it was 1.
I'm sure it's
So.
two.
So there's 2. I mean, I was halfway through match today, so I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, I'd say we'll have a look later, but I thought it was 2, and a Chelsea fan told me today it was 1, but he might have been mistaken.
If you know, let us know in the comments. I don't know. I think a huge game midweek.
Yeah, 2 penalties.
It was 2 penalties. I thought it was 2 penalties, and I said it to him, and he's like, "No, it's just 1."
A huge,
Should have stuck to my guns.
huge game midweek is Newcastle Tottenham.
That's a
We'll
big
talk
one.
on Newcastle because, I mean, we'll touch on Newcastle now because they are well off it.
Yeah.
Off it at the moment.
Again-
they've got 2 strikers signed for a combined 100 million.
Yeah.
Not working out.
Neither of them.
The money they've spent and the players they got, they should be higher. But again, is it just a symptom of Newcastle suffering because of the Champions League at this time of the year?
I just think Howe is sort of slowly, naturally coming to an end. I think he's probably done as much as he can. He's overachieved, in my opinion, the calibre of manager he is with Newcastle. And I think he's been great to almost bridge that gap and get him challenging Champions League. I know he's dropped off this year, but like Mark Hughes did at Man City.
Yeah.
It had
To then
to
have Roberto Mancini coming, wasn't it?
exactly. So then I think Newcastle needs a manager to come in that's of that next step, that next level. If their owners stay sort of interested, I think the way they're going at the moment. I know Johnny's a big fan
Newcastle
of the
fan.
club. He thinks, well, he asked us the question, will Eddie Howe walk? I can't see him walking.
He's on the radio this afternoon, saying, I won't walk unless I think I'm not fit enough for the job, sort of thing. And he's obviously saying backing himself.
He could come up if he went at the end of the season. Would you take him at the Everton?
Not if Moyes gets you up, I'd keep Moyes. But I think I don't know. I don't want to always sort of turn around to Everton, but I think Moyes has done a great job.
He's overachieving at the moment, isn't he? I think, or exceeding expectations.
We're winning games, and we probably shouldn't be. Like Fulham,
we didn't deserve to win that one.
Really have won.
But we could have realistically beat Leeds, which we didn't. We didn't deserve the result against Brighton.
Leeds, we were terrible.
We were absolutely
Brighton,
terrible.
we weren't in it in the first half. That's what I mean. Better teams would have put us away.
Yeah.
Like Tottenham did, like Newcastle did. If they get, because we are quite good away from home, but as soon as we concede 2, we fall apart.
Yeah.
But we're good at just conceding them one at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't even know who to suggest for Newcastle as a manager. I mean, I know they're not going to listen to my opinion, but it's
going to be a few
Iraola maybe, but even so, is he in the same bracket as
Yeah.
Oliver Glasner again? I'd actually argue Howe's probably a better manager.
There'll be someone out there that's
Could you think? I don't. Probably might not get it. Or probably wouldn't go there. But Maresca, if Pep doesn't leave, because he's that next calibre, isn't he?
I've seen a bit of talk of Alonso to City now.
I see Alonso. Someone's put about Alonso to Newcastle as well, which made me like.
Alonso's one of the few Liverpool or ex-Liverpool players I do really quite like. Maybe because he played for Madrid as well, and I do love Madrid.
Bayern Munich and
Bayern Munich as well after that, yeah.
What if Jose went to Newcastle?
Oh, they'd hate him. They'd hate him because he plays negative football, and they're
as much as I love him, as much as I love,
he would win. He would
have money. He would win something there.
He would win something. Of course he would. Mourinho wins something most of the time.
Even at Spurs, I think he'd have won something
if they'd have sacked him one game later.
I love Mourinho. He's like box office, isn't he?
I just want to see him back in the league.
He is box office.
I don't want him at Everton, but I want him back in the league.
Yeah.
Right? I think that Newcastle, because he was a fan of Robson, wasn't he? Allegedly.
For another one of those is it Amazon documentaries, what they call it, All or Nothing, is it?
Yeah, All
or Nothing.
Yeah,
another All or Nothing documentary. Mourinho would be quite worth it. Well, he only started Tottenham one very quickly, didn't he? Then it went to Poch.
No, they had Poch, and then they brought in Mourinho, and Mourinho finished that.
Right, I knew he wasn't in the whole time. Yeah.
Do you think Howe goes at the end of the season?
Yeah, we are, do you?
You think he goes, Mike?
If they finish bottom half, I think he'll walk. If he finishes top half, I think he'll stay.
If you don't get Europe,
he'll hang it out.
Any sort of Europe, I think he goes.
Champions League. I think if you don't get Champions League, which he's not going to.
No, he's not going to Champions League.
Because it makes you think, can they... I know they sold Isak, but can they still spend if they don't get European football? I don't know.
It'd be a lot tighter for him. But they didn't sell Isak because they needed to sell him.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be there. That's the problem with Newcastle. They can't get to that next level.
Because players don't want to be there for the sense
I think so. That's at any sort of club, you look at Palace now.
Yeah, but
like
look at when City got money. How many of their players? How many City players can you name that have left to go to a Liverpool, Real Madrid, a Barcelona?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what happened with Palace, isn't it? Like they won a couple of things. Elise went, Gahey went, Eze went. And
same
like I said,
went to Bournemouth, to be fair.
Yeah.
Bournemouth haven't had quite that success.
It happens. It happened to Saints loads of times over the years. It just happens.
Brighton.
Your team gets cherry picked.
Yeah.
Brighton, Brentford. Newcastle. I don't know who comes in that Newcastle though. If I'm honest.
There'll be someone out there who got a job that we forgot.
Didn't they? And then we turn them down. And I think for Newcastle, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I've never been, but I'm sure it's a great place. It's the wrong location to attract the big names because they either want London or Manchester. If you come into England, I know you sign big players, but you're not a million. Liverpool as a place isn't a million miles away. But that I do think will always count against Newcastle.
Yeah,
they're out the way, aren't they? I suppose that's
and
the main.
Tonali wants to leave. There's loads going around.
I think that's more his agent, apparently, wasn't it?
I think the agent's done that as well.
Today, saying he wants to go back to Italy. Juve and a number of other clubs allegedly looking at him. But this is on TalkSport. So.
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't know how much agents do through the players. They say a player's going, look, I kind of want to go. Can you start something that doesn't look like it's me? So obviously, if it doesn't work,
I can't see his agent doing it unless
he's had a chat.
No, definitely they could have.
Yeah, but why would they?
So much
money. And the agents are arrogant enough to think that they know what's best for their client.
He would just get sacked. If Tonali didn't want that out there, his agent would have gone by now.
Don't know. If all agents say is, look, I tried to get Eddie of Arsenal. He'd
Players-
have got you. I've got you double the wages, and you'd have
Players
won the
are
league. He'd have
selfish.
gone a little worth a try, I suppose.
Players are selfish. If he doesn't think he's representing them, why you just give it to him?
I don't dispute that, but
So
even
Harry
going to 22
Kane
could have done it.
Had his brother as his agent.
Still
and
does,
he
doesn't he?
didn't get him. No, because he didn't get him a move, and I'm sure he parted ways with him. And then he
No, I
moved to
think he's
Munich.
still there.
I'm 90% sure he parted ways with him, and then the following summer he got his move to Munich. Okay, was it City he was linked with the year before?
I
Wasn't
think
it?
it was City,
quite
yeah.
right,
And I'm sure he said thanks, but okay, in another direction, so to speak. I might be wrong, but I will definitely
thought he
check
was still
that and get
there.
back to you. I'm sure. That
I
was
thought he was
something
still
else.
going, but
But going for Newcastle could be in a relegation battle. I know we spoke about the relegation.
I don't think
battle
Newcastle
last
in the
week,
relegation
but
battle. Really, they're only 4 points clear of
I
Spurs.
think from Spurs down.
Leeds absolutely thumped Forest.
Yeah.
Does that change your opinion on who's going down?
I think Forest, mate. I think I just.
I think we all said Forest last week, didn't
Mm.
we?
I mean, I'd rather West Ham go down than Forest.
I would like to see him go down just because they're.
But I
can't
don't know.
stand Marinakas. I'd love to see him go down just for that.
I mean, it would be amusing if Nuno relegated Forest as West Ham
Yeah.
manager. That would be quite. The irony in that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Would it be more amusing to see Nuno get? He was sacked by Forest, wasn't it? Or no,
yeah, that's what
so-
I'm saying.
so sacked by
if he
Forest,
gets
and then-
West Ham out of it and Forest go down.
that's and I wouldn't mind watching Dyche get relegated.
I've still got respect for the job Dyche did.
He did a good
But-
job, but he left poorly.
I think-
which you've harped on a few times, but you don't like.
Yeah.
I think home. I think
I
home
like
form will
that.
keep Leeds up. I think they're immense at home.
I
They
can't
get.
see. I thought Leeds, and I said that when on record and said it a few times, I think Leeds are going to start to struggle. And to be fair, they made me look a bit daft because they absolutely tore Forest apart.
Yeah, no, I think
that was more about Forest and
I
Leeds.
also
But
think
yeah,
as long as Calvert-Lewin's fit, just the way he's playing it, he'll keep them up anyway.
Yeah.
And like you said, Jorky, their home form.
Yeah,
yeah.
like I say, you can't deny that. Like I said, their home form is a fortress at Lambo, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
It-
I will say that about their fans. They are at home. They've made Leeds. They make that fortress.
But I do
But
think Spurs could really be down there. I really do.
they really could be. They currently are, and I
Yeah.
don't see them getting out of it at the moment.
Because like, I think Newcastle probably
I think
beat
Tottenham
them.
have a horrible run.
They do,
coming
they
up
do.
As well, don't
Yeah,
they?
I think
they're
got-
currently in the middle of it, aren't they? They just started with United. I think they were.
I'm
then-
not entirely
They had
sure.
City,
Newcastle.
City, United,
So they've got
Newcastle.
Newcastle, then Arsenal, away to Fulham, which is a hard place to go.
Yeah.
They've only lost twice at home all season. One was
Was this weekend, wasn't it?
Then they've got Palace at home. They struggle at home. You away, Forest at home, Sunderland away.
That's
I mean, you can
not
look at-
that bad. I mean, look at it, right? You go back, if you
Right,
start saying
their
this,
next-
that's
their
that's
next-
2 really tough games, and then if you're calling Tottenham what you want to call it, they should beat Palace wherever. They should beat Fulham. Liverpool's a hard game. They should beat Forest. They should beat Sunderland. They should beat Brighton.
I think
If
they'll
these-
beat Palace. I can't see them beating Fulham.
No, not on their
I can't
current
see them
form.
beating Newcastle.
No.
Can't see them. They definitely won't beat Arsenal.
No.
Can't see them. I think they'll get a point at Fulham.
I'm not saying they are going to win these games, but if you
But these
the
are
way
hard games. These teams will beat
I agree,
Forest,
but what I'm saying is
Forest,
the
end
way
of
they're
March,
talked about.
are fighting to stay up.
The problem is the way they're talked about Tottenham, right?
Tot-
Oh, they're this, and
But
that.
Tottenham,
They're not.
Tottenham are not good enough at the moment to break teams down.
Can I speak?
Dyche will. You keep interrupting me.
No, I want you to
Dyche will
finish.
put a block up. I'm telling you, they're not going to break them down. And maybe a moment of magic might win in the game, but they're not going to beat Newcastle. They're not going to beat Arsenal. Can't see them beating Fulham. Might beat Palace. Can't see them beating you. Can't see them breaking down Dyche. Then you've got Sunderland away, Brighton at home. I'd imagine they beat Brighton, but Sunderland away.
I
haven't
imagine they
lost at
beat
home.
Wolves, not Brighton.
Yeah, but I didn't go as far.
The thing is,
Brighton are
this is
struggling.
what I'm saying, right? If you
Mm.
go through and say all this, like, they're top, Chris Palace, hard players go for it. If the ego they've
I
got
think
and
I'll
where
beat
they
Palace.
want to be, Fulham, Palace, Brighton, all these 3 teams in the low half, if they want to beat the big 6, they should be
The
beating
problem
these
is,
teams. You
though,
can't talk about the big
no,
6 and then go,
but
oh, Fulham's a hard place to go for it. They should
Yeah,
win
but
that
I
then.
don't necessarily agree because I think everyone's guilty of it, myself included. You look at a game and you think Brentford away should be beating them. That's the arrogance of that for most teams to assume that this season.
There's only 2 games you can probably look at and really say should win that. It's Burnley and Wolves now. I think it's so competitive this year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and I
competitive.
think you get the league is throwing up all kind of results.
I agree, but the thing is, when people talk about Spurs being a big 6 team and they should be fighting for Champions League, well then, I'm sorry, but anyone in the bottom
But
half,
that's not
you
them this
should
season.
beat.
That's not them
I
this
don't
season.
dispute it's not them this season. It's not been them. It wasn't them last season. It was barely them the season before.
None of us three have called them a big.
I'm not saying
big
you
six
have.
club.
I'm saying that the arrogance of Spurs fans and some other people to call them the Big Six or should be fighting Champions League, then you should beat that.
Comes from a financial point of view, though, doesn't it?
Right.
And
they're not even the big. They're not even the Big Six teams in London. It's ridiculous to call them Big Six. If they want to beat the fight for Champions League, then anyone in the bottom half, no matter who it is, if a team is in the bottom half at this stage of the season, the form they've shown, you should beat them if you're fighting for Champions League.
Like we said, the run they're going through and come out. There's not many.
That run is nowhere near as hard as I thought it was. I thought they had a few more.
They just had
big
Man
top
City
4,
and
5,
Man
6
United
teams of the thing.
So they've come off the back of. Well, this ain't a hard one, but this is where I'll start from. Burnley away, where they drew, won in Europe, drew to City, which is a good result, especially when 2-0 down. Lost to United. I think a lot of that's at Romero, but I think United would have won anyway.
I think that's the one I saw. Those
Newcastle
4 games,
and then Arsenal is a hard.
Yeah, that's the 4 games I saw. Which that is a hard run.
And
That's
Arsenal,
fairly hard.
Arsenal they play Arsenal.
Yeah, they're
So-
good. They are, but if Spurs want to be a top 4 side, top 6 side,
this season.
I'm not saying that, but that's what they talk about themselves. That's how they talk about it.
It's not Spurs this season.
It's
Or
not been
last
Spurs for
season.
3 years, really. Even before that.
But that's not. So you can't look at it and be like, "Well, Spurs should be winning them." If Spurs, I know Spurs have got a lot of injuries. If they get players back, maybe they will start beating teams like Fulham and Palace and Brighton. But I tell you, Fulham at home aren't no pushover.
No, I'm not saying they are. Fulham have had a fairly good season. They're sitting 10th, and did they lose a couple of players? I think did they manage to keep hold of most people in the summer? I think they did, didn't they? Which I think we didn't talk about it for their transfer window, but for sometimes a team holding on to good players is a good transfer window.
I think they lose Harry Wilson in the summer. He's out of contract.
Yes, I think they will. He's looked good as well.
You've said a couple of times Brighton, talking about Brighton. What do you think is sort of going on for them?
I've had a few, obviously, on the TikToks and that, people saying about he makes changes too late, doesn't change things around. Because I didn't ever think he was under that much pressure.
I thought they were.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, they're 14th. So like I say, they're on the edge of the relegation battle. I'd say their map is out of it.
I don't think
No, that's what I think. Below Brighton are the relegation scrappers at the moment.
But yeah, apparently they're not happy with him. But I thought he's always done alright, Hertzler. I thought he's.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of criticism about it. But De Zerbi went through a poor run and they didn't sack him. And I think Potter as well went through a poor run. Brighton don't tend to sack managers.
They don't panic, do they? I think as a club, they don't tend to panic, do they?
But again, they're another team that they've lost a lot of players over the years. Caicedo, McAllister, Belieber was linked with a lot of teams.
They lost, not Estevao, Epsteiner, the left back in the summer.
Yeah.
He always seemed to play quite well.
They've got good recruitment, I think, haven't they, Brighton? They always seem to. They'll lose a couple players. They'll pull a couple nuggets. João Pedro. They'll pull a couple nuggets out of the Championship or from abroad and stuff, and then they'll. I think next season they'll be mid-ish table again. They're
playing like a 17-year-old, weren't they? The weekend, like.
So I think a 17 and an 18-year-old both started, didn't they? I think.
He looked alright as well. I think the right winger. He didn't look too bad. But if you're going to experiment with the youngsters,
why would you play Danny Welbeck in that game?
Resting him, he's old, isn't he?
Yeah.
But that's for them. That's the game of the season, isn't it? To beat Palace, they ace each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember talking about this because it's a really weird one. They're like miles and miles and miles apart.
It's like
but it was an old manager, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, there's
something about an old manager in the 80s. Something happened. I think their managers had an argument or something, and just since then they hate each other.
God knows, it's a weird one, but there's a few weirds.
There's a few ones, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see Brighton going down. I know I've slagged Spurs off a little bit. I can't see them.
I don't think they'll go down.
For me,
I think
it'll be
they've
Forest,
got enough.
Burnley, Wolves for me. I just think Forest go down.
It'll be Wolves, Burnley, and
West Ham.
I'd rather West Ham. Yeah.
I do think West Ham have got momentum.
And is Nuno starting to get them to play the way he wants to, or I think it's just the players are picking up confidence because of the wins they've had.
The bottom two are down.
Not mathematically, but yeah, I'd say so.
Forest and West Ham now.
So
I really thought Leeds would get sucked into it, but they absolutely took Forest apart, and all the teams down there have got to do is take points off the teams
around them. That's the biggest thing, isn't it? That's the seesawing is when you play each other massively.
Yeah, because that Leeds Forest game, I don't think a draw would have been too bad for either of them. But if you can be the one that wins and push away, then happy days. But if they drew, I don't think it would have been bad for either of them.
No, they've both got 1 point
27.
further away from West Ham, and they're both sat on 27.
But for me, I think Forest look the worst out of all them teams right now.
Yeah,
I think Bowen is a big hit. I think if Bowen gets injured, West Ham are in deep trouble.
Yeah,
the strikers they've
Castellanos or something. He's doing all right.
I said that if Bowen gets injured any time in the next few weeks, they'll go down.
Yeah, but you could
Somerville's stepped up.
Has Gibbs White been playing well? I've not.
But he's still
he's their talisman, isn't he?
Or Anderson, if Anderson gets an injury,
he's
I
trash.
think most clubs down there, you've got one player.
But yeah, like I say, for me, I think Forest go down. And like I say, then they are going to lose Gibbs White and Anderson. They're going to have to sell them fairly cheap as well.
I wonder if Anderson will go back to Newcastle. But he might not want to.
I mean, even like a
He's
United.
bang average, by
Even
the way.
United.
I've watched him 3 or 4 times and he's
probably
never
good.
looked very good.
Or I was going to say Chelsea, probably won't play for Chelsea.
No.
It's time to play to see Tottenham going forward, to be fair.
Yeah.
But before we go, a little update on our predictions table. So I've now taken a commanding lead. You have to forgive me, I don't have the exact scores, but I'm fairly sure I'm top.
161.
Hickers is second. You're third, and now you're bottom.
Yeah, I ain't done a few weeks.
So anyone on Spotify, Chalky's third. You have, don't fib. You
I just
missed
said
1 week.
No. I've missed at least 3.
But I think the forfeit should be you can't cut your hair till your team wins 3 on the row.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah.
No, it's just copying what that other bloke's doing.
Yeah, but there's
Think
no
of something
way
new.
I'm going to lose now.
Or I go
so
Skinner.
I'm not doing it.
Skinner. Yeah,
Right.
Mike's hair won't go back, mate. Anyway,
You could very easily lose.
On that note, we will call it there for this week. Obviously, there's midweek games. I
Tomorrow.
think your predictions are already up on TikTok,
No,
Chalky.
not yet.
No?
I'll do it
So
tomorrow.
they will go up tomorrow. Mine, Chalky's, you're going to put yours up?
I'll put mine up tomorrow, yeah.
So
7:30
you can
tomorrow.
catch our predictions on TikTok. We should probably start putting them on YouTube, to be fair. I always forget.
Yeah, I'll
On
forget on
YouTube's
YouTube as
yours. But don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on TikTok. Obviously, all our socials are at the Armchairs View. And you can even email us because we check that inbox so regularly at thearmchairsview@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening / watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
If you are liking the content here at the Armchairs View, then please drop us a follow and give us a like. We would really appreciate it.